Hey guys, Electron Man. Well, we're at it again. We got us a Montgomery Ward Airline AC battery FM UHF 5 band. What is it? Does it have a model number? Let's see. Does it have a model number? No. I don't know why some of these older radios, these 70s, 80s radios, don't like have a model number. Drives me nuts. I mean, I'm not seeing one anywhere. Model number GN1444A. Yay. That's the model right there. Doesn't give a date. I'm guessing 70s. Anyway, this is Montgomery Ward's not been around for a while, if that tells you anything. But this is a cool looking radio. Really unique. Thanks, sis. She's another one of them finds she found for me. I sure appreciate it. I got her eyes out looking for stuff. But anyway, it's a 5 band. It does AM, FM, public broadcast 1, 2, and UHF, which UFH is really interesting and it has a squelch. So basically, it's kind of got the public broadcast. It'll get weather and ham radio like the 2 meter and local sheriffs and stuff. You know, of course, it's hard to catch those, but technically it can tune them. Kind of cool. It's really portable. Got a little handle that goes up. I'm sure this is the UHF antenna, and this is the VHF antenna, which the antenna's not broke, but it looks like it probably had a little plastic ball glued on it like that one there. I have to see if I can find a little plastic ball to glue on that one, but neither antenna's broke on it. They're in good shape. Interesting how the battery is in it. You know, I was looking at the back, where's the batteries? Well, check this out. It's got a little slide cover on the bottom. If you slide open here, and holds what, four D batteries or C batteries? I'm guessing those are 4C batteries. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I've never seen one. A little corrosion in there I need to clean up, but nothing real bad. At least they didn't leave the batteries until it ate the thing up. So far I have plugged it in and I got nothing. So we're going to have to open her up and see if we can't figure out why we got nothing. Hopefully it's something simple. But anyway, let me see if we can do a little repair on this and maybe a review after we get it repaired. I'm optimistic. I mean, it's in really, really good shape for its age. I think I could clean it up and make it look really nice. No major scratches or anything. But anyway, hopefully you can get a good picture of that. It's kind of cool. It's even got a light. Hopefully that works. But anyway, it's pretty cool. So let me go ahead and stop this camera, switch it around, and figure out how I'm going to get into this thing. And sometimes that's a chore in itself. Well, this has been an interesting one to get into. I finally figured out there's 4 screws on the back, but it separates kind of weird, and it's really been battling me. I don't want to tear it up, but I think I'm getting there. There we go. Probably hasn't been opened in 50 years. Oops, well, shoot. What do we got? Yeah, we got it. Oh, we got hooked up here. We got a dang wire antenna. Okay, let me. Sorry, you can't see us. It's got the antennas are hooked to the back case and they're not plugged in. I gotta try and get the screw out here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Not real convenient that way. There's one on that side too. Yeah. I'll go ahead and get it too while I'm at it. So I can get here unobstructed. Yeah, that gives me the room I need. You're not going to go through there. Wow. Okay, anyway, that gives me the room I need. Okay, well, let's see what we got going on here. Wow. That's interesting. That's I believe in some type of crystal synthesizer right there. It's a big old box. I can't see the tuning coils on it. Let's see, where is the tune on it? Oh, it's got a nice air gap tuning capacitor underneath there. It's also got a light back here. What in the world would that light be for? It's almost like it's hooked up through the antenna. Why would you have a light bridge? Boy, I'd love to have a wiring diagram on this. This is interesting. This is well made. I can already tell you that. I notice it's kind of heavy, so kind of tells you a little bit of quality right there. Let me go ahead and plug her back in. And there's no switch there. Trace down how this guy's working. Where's the transformer at? It's like a two-layer system here. And it looks like it'd be a booger bear to get the... let's see here. Just kind of trying to get a feel of the lay of the land here. I think we got a bad connection here. You guys hearing that? I'm hearing a little bit of sound. I'm getting a little bit of life out of this thing. What we got going on here? What we got going on here? Time to do a little probing here. See if we can figure out what's going on here. There's our, well, at least that's one of our problems there. Okay. We've got a bad set of connections here. I need to solder her up. So I can get her where she's got power going to her. And sniff around a little bit more and see what we got going on. Okay. Let's kind of check and see if I think caps are going the straight short. Good there. Good there. I have no idea what that component is right there. Interesting. I work on stuff all the time and I don't know that I've ever seen anything like that. Maybe one of you guys knows. Look at this weird looking piece here. Hopefully I can zoom in on that. That is bizarre. You can tell it's got plates and wafers in between it. Like maybe a capacitor or high voltage resistor. I don't know. I've never seen anything like that. Almost looks like those old rectifiers that you see in the old tube radios, but in a smaller form. I don't know. I don't think that's a problem. It looks to be fine. I think I've already found my problem. I've got a bad solder joint up underneath this AC plug, probably from getting torqued around. Let me go ahead and I'm going to have to take this out on the bench. It's a cold day today, so I'm kind of working inside my warm area here, and my bench is out in a bigger area that I don't want to have to try and heat right now. I can, but it takes a while to heat up and everything. But anyway, let me come back. Let me solder that right there and see if that doesn't fix our sporadic power. Okay, I'm back. I got her soldered. Let's go ahead and plug her in now and see if sure enough, it just had it looked like a little bit of a broke joint there. I was able just to solder around and solve that problem. Let's see if she'll come on now. Check it out. We got life now. We got received.
It's an original Medicare without costing more. Great benefits like $0
awesome
copays on covered prescriptions, $0 copays on primary care,
awesome,
and hearing coverage, and more. Choose a Medicare Advantage plan from United Health.
That easy. I wonder how long this radio sat on the shelf being broke just because of that. Well, golly. That was an easy repair. Well, let me go ahead and... Now I got to put the whole thing back together. I am going to go ahead and clean all these contacts here while I'm in here. There's a bunch of them. Kind of cool how that works. It slides this one switch over with this plastic. It's got this cam on this side here, and the cam moves this switch right here, as you can see, probably from AM to FM, I'm guessing probably is what that switch is. And then obviously all the rest of these slide contacts are for your various bands. Well, let me go ahead and I'm going to stop the camera. You don't need to see me putting it back together. Basically, I'm going to hook the antennas back up, line the case back up, screw it back together. I'm going to go ahead and clean a few more parts in here, and I'll spray them down now, and I'll do a little lubricate deox on them, and then go ahead and close the case on it, and let's do a checkout on it and see if everything else works good. I'm kind of tempted to leave it open, but I have the antenna disconnected and make sure everything's functioning. Maybe I'll just go ahead and get it halfway back together, not put all the screws in it, to make sure everything's working, just in case I got to take it back apart because I've got something else I need to troubleshoot. But I got a feeling that was my main problem. But anyway, let me at least get the antennas hooked back up and kind of get it back together. Not completely, but at least to a point where we can test it. Okay, guys, here she is all back together now. This is really a cool radio. As you can see, it has two antennas on the top, battery compartment on the bottom. Really pretty simple. It's got the selector switch on the side. It does AM, FM, public broadcast 1 and 2, which is 28 megahertz to 50 megahertz and 146 megahertz to 180 megahertz. And then it even has a UHF, which is like 440 megahertz to 480 megahertz. It has a squelch for the UHF and VHF, so say you wanted to catch a local sheriff or something that was on the 155 frequency, if you could tune it in, you could set the squelch so that obviously it didn't just have shh behind it all the time. It would only unsquelch whenever there was audio on it. So it's really cool little radio. Actually works really well. I'm tickled with it. All I have is one bad solder connection, but see if I can pick a little something up on the AM here.
Total Wine and Find bourbons and cabernets that you adore. Our helpful guides are so friendly and nice. The bottle's so perfect.
As you can see, AM works great. I'm not going to go up and down through it. It's late at night in the metal building. I'm not going to get a whole lot, but and of course you have FM. Lots of FM here. I didn't have the antenna pulled out. So I'm gonna pull it out a little
These may well be kind of forgotten about once the football starts, but they are incredibly important issues that people like Caleb will
I know some a lot of these older radios, they really have a really good tone to them.
Onto going forward.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, our man.
Yeah, they might have digital displays and all that, but they just don't have that full tone. These do. They sound a lot tinnier. But anyway, as you can see, FM works great on it.
But let's now move on to...
We'll go to PB2, which is your 144 to 175 VHF, but probably the only thing I'm going to find this time of night without searching a bunch is weather. I should be able to find the weather here.
With a temperature of 40 around the region in the Dallas-Fort Worth area,
which is cool.
It was clear with a temperature of 44.
ASC on it.
In Kansas City, it was clear with a temperature of 27. In Joplin, it was cloudy with a temperature of 34. At Springfield, it was 10.
And yeah, UHF, I don't know if I can find anything on here or not, but obviously it works. Anymore, it's kind of more of a novelty. That's some digital. Anyway, as you can see, all channels work on it. All channels work on it. I cleaned everything, deoxed it. All the switches work great. Light even works on it. The channels are in good shape. This is going to be a cool little radio to put on the shelf. Probably more of a talking piece these days. I mean, it's got a good AM FM on it, but I mean, other than the weather channel, it's kind of an AM FM with the weather channel. The rest of these frequencies, I don't know. They're just going to find a whole lot of activity these days. And I'm sure when this was built, that was probably your main source for all your local police and everything. I do wish it had air. It'd be kind of cool if it had, you know, airline, which would be the like 120 megahertz VHF, or I think that's right, somewhere in that range right there. But anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this little segment on this. Hopefully you're not getting tired of these portable transistor radios. I just had a bunch to go through. I think the next project's going to be like I got like a Cobra 20 I need to do a little pink and tune and repair on, so that'll probably be my next video. I'm about running out of these things, but anyway, I'm looking forward to getting a shelf built up high and getting them all displayed. It ought to be a pretty good little deal. I've got about 25 or 30 of them now. Anyway, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. Give it a thumbs up on the video and a like if you don't mind. And have a great day. This is Electron Man.